and dangerous tornado on the ground, confirmed by National Weather Service spotters and by our high-resolution NIXRAD Doppler radar. And as you look at this image, it is quite a picture. You can see here's Greensburg now, and if you count off the city county lines with me, of course, these are county sections, so 1 mile. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This tornado is only 7 miles southwest of Greensburg right now. That's the leading edge of the place where that tornado could be at this moment. So 7 miles away, and it is moving north-northeast toward the town of Greensburg at this moment. So again, if we just take a look at this, you can see we've got our warm air rushing into the tornado there. You can see the wrapping around of the cold air by the circulation, and that creates that hook echo that you see right there just west of Highway 183, again about 7 miles south of Greensburg. So if we put a track on this most likely location for the tornado and we take it north at about 20 miles an hour, we're now just knocking on the door of Greensburg in the next 20 minutes or so. So again, this is a very dangerous situation with a confirmed large tornado on the ground, confirmed by the National Weather Service spotters and also by our high-resolution NIXRAD Doppler radar. It is a very pronounced signature, and it is about 7 miles south of Greensburg, and it is moving straight to the north. So this is a serious situation. Now we have an updated image from our KSN high-resolution NIXRAD Doppler radar. So again, if we take the most likely location for this now and we move it to the north at about 20 miles an hour, this will give us an updated arrival time. Again, Greensburg is just really flirting with you at about 20 miles out, 20 minutes distance, I should say, 7 miles, and in fact even closer than that. If we go from Greensburg, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6 miles south of Greensburg now, we have a large tornado moving to the northeast, directly toward Greensburg. So I cannot emphasize enough at this point, it is extremely important for everyone in the Greensburg area to move to shelter anywhere from Greensburg on south. Now, let's take a little bit different view of this with another version of our KSN Neighborhood Stormcaster. This is something that we would not normally put on television. This is what we look at behind the scenes to help to diagnose these storms. Here's Greensburg right here, and what we're looking at now is the Doppler part of Doppler radar, looking at the winds. So in the areas in green, cool colors, these are winds that are blowing toward the radar, NIXRAD at Dodge City. The pink colors, the warm colors, are blowing away from the radar, and so there you see how we can pinpoint the circulation inside that storm, even if it's wrapped in rain and even if it's at nighttime. So we have an extremely pronounced signature here. I just have to tell you, I haven't seen one like this on a high-resolution NIXRAD Doppler radar in a long time. In fact, the last time I saw one of these, it looked this pronounced. You have to go all the way back to May 3rd of 1999. And that, of course, was the Hayesville tornado. So again, this is a very serious situation. And if we look in this area where these two colors come together and then we count back north, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The most likely location for this large and powerful tornado now is about 6 miles to the south of Greensburg, moving back to the north. So back to our neighborhood stormcaster here with the rain echoes. This thing may in fact be completely wrapped up in rain, completely obscured by rain. And so those of you in Greensburg don't expect to be able to look out the window and see this thing coming. In fact, what you'll likely get is increasing amounts of rain, then some very large hail. I wouldn't be surprised to see golf ball or larger, maybe even up to tennis ball sized hail with this thing. And then right after that, in all likelihood, we have this large, powerful tornado wrapped up, coming right up Highway 183. Now, the tornado warning for Kiowa County has been extended. Andrew, was that until 10 o'clock? Till 10 o'clock tonight. And again, that is about 6 miles south of Greensburg, moving to the north. Projected arrival time would be in about 15 minutes or so now from where we are right now. Again, a large, dangerous tornado confirmed on the ground at Greensburg, and that's why we're staying with you here to make sure that everybody gets gets the word and has plenty of notice. As I mentioned, this is in fact part of a larger scenario here this evening. Let's go ahead and back out a little bit across southwest Kansas. You can see we have strong thunderstorms just going by west of Great Bend. We have strong thunderstorms just to the east and northeast of Dodge City. Then we have this strongest cell down here on the bottom, and as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago, if we even back up a little bit further, you can see we have a patchwork of severe thunderstorm warnings that goes all the way back up to the Kansas-Nebraska line. But without question, the one that is the strongest, and the reason we're staying with you here on KSN and on KSN.com, is this very dangerous situation. A large, dangerous tornado confirmed on the ground. Again, very near the city of Greensburg. So we have a large population of friends and neighbors here that need to have all the latest information and be apprised of this danger approaching their town. I hope that you will bear with us as we continue to track this storm for those who are in the path of it. Again, this is a very large and dangerous tornado reported on the ground near Greensburg. So it is right now, it looks like it is about 5 miles to the south of Greensburg, still kind of going north-northeast at about 20 miles an hour. So right now we would project an arrival time of 9:53, so that would give you about 19 minutes to get into your shelters. What we will hope now is that this thing might just slip off just to the east of Greensburg, but as I track it with the speed and direction that it has been showing, Greensburg still falls within that danger. And again, as we look at it from the point of view of the Doppler rotation, we'll go back to our other version of the KSN Neighborhood Stormcaster. There's the center of circulation, green. Yeah, just look at that in motion. The greens are toward the radar, the reds are away from the radar, and as you watch that and project it, it is very near Greensburg. It would be maybe a mile east of the center of Greensburg at the absolute most. So those of you who are in Greensburg, this is an extremely dangerous situation. Again, a large, dangerous tornado on the ground, and we really urge you to go ahead and move to shelter and stay there for the next couple of minutes. So we're going to go ahead and stay with you here on KSN for the next few minutes to make sure that everybody has all the warning that they need here across Kansas. As we look at our central and southwest Kansas, right now we're down to 2 warnings at the current time. Make that 3. We have Kiowa County, the tornado warning until 10. Barton County, a severe thunderstorm warning until 10:15. And Jewell and Smith, of course, Jewell not in the KSN viewing area, but Smith and Rooks, all of those counties under severe thunderstorm warnings until 10 o'clock. So Smith and Rooks County, severe thunderstorm warnings until 10 o'clock tonight. So back to the major storm at hand here this evening, and that's this one down here at the bottom of our screen with a large and dangerous tornado reported now, confirmed on the ground near Greensburg and getting ready to just move right up into Greensburg. And I will emphasize again that it is in all likelihood completely obscured by rain here, and that makes it extremely difficult for anybody to see it and anticipate it as it is coming toward you. So we'll again urge you in the Greensburg area to go ahead and remain in shelter for the next couple of minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at our other version of the Neighborhood Stormcaster. Again, here is the greens indicating winds blowing toward the radar in Dodge City. The pinks, very strong winds outbound. So that is the circulation right there, and it remains about 5 miles to the south of Greensburg. And on our KSN Neighborhood Stormcaster with the rain echoes now, we put the center of circulation right in this area right here with a north-northeasterly track at about 20 miles an hour. Again, that gives us an arrival time here in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Now, friends, we are coming up here in just a moment on a time when all of the KSN network will be joining us as we continue our coverage. So let's step back out here and give everybody a wide view as they get ready to join us here this evening as we continue our coverage of these powerful thunderstorms, which, as we see, stretch all the way from Nebraska down into southwest Kansas. And now we welcome all of the rest of the KSN network as we continue coverage of this very dangerous weather situation that has evolved tonight across west central Kansas. We have been talking for some time here with our friends in southwest Kansas because we have a very dangerous situation, a large, dangerous tornado reported on the ground, confirmed by National Weather Service spotters here at the bottom of your picture in Kiowa County. It is very near Greensburg, of course, a fairly large town, and again, a large, dangerous tornado confirmed on the ground, and it has been on the ground for some time. Circulation, in all likelihood, about right there, moving about north-northeast at 20. So the arrival time for Greensburg is 9:57. So that's why we have been staying with some of our friends and neighbors in central and southwest Kansas for extended coverage here, is because we want to give absolutely every possible warning we can for this situation, because it is described as a large and dangerous tornado by the National Weather Service, confirmed on the ground and heading right for a very good-sized town, a pretty town, Greensburg. Again, new image now just in from the National Weather Service. High-resolution next-rad Doppler radar is the most likely location for this tornado, now just a couple of miles to the south of Greensburg. Again, we project an arrival time now of 9:48. So this is updated information. Looks like it is perhaps rocked a little bit further to the north. Also, bear in mind that as I do this, I'm going to try to give you as much lead time as I can with the way that I'm looking at it. Let's go to another version of our neighborhood stormcaster. This is the wind part, the Doppler part of high-resolution next-rad Doppler radar. Greens, winds blowing toward the radar in Dodge City, pinks away, so the center of circulation is right there, and you can look and just count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 miles to the south of Greensburg. So now if we go back here and we take a look at where we've tracked it, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're just about right on the money, an arrival time of 9:48. So you got about 8 or 9 minutes, Greensburg. This is going to be an extremely close call, and we urge you to go ahead and move to shelter and